We are going to be replacing the oil in this 2015 third gen Honda Fit, and so to get started, you want to make sure that your car isn't cold, so you want to have the engine running for at least 3 to 5 minutes. And then next, on these cars, if you look underneath the front of it, they don't have like a good central point to jack it up from, so I use these ramps, which makes things a lot safer and easier. So you just shove it underneath the tire and then you drive up onto it. Okay, now the car's off the ground. I'm gonna pop the hood by pulling this lever so we can look at the oil type we should be putting in. Right there, it's gonna be going underneath the car, and I'm gonna throw some cardboard underneath there. Okay, so going underneath the car. This right here is your oil filter, and this right here is the oil drain plug. I'm gonna turn off the car though, because you do not want the engine running when there's no more oil in it. Okay, so just turn off the engine so the oil is hot and whatever contaminants are gonna be suspended in the oil right now. Something you can do to help speed things up is if you crack loose the oil fill port on the top of the engine here, it'll let the air come in so that it'll drain a little bit quicker, and also having the oil warmed up will help too. And so I've got a plastic bin here. Make sure you dispose of the oil at the correct facility. Just broke loose the 17 mil drain plug right here, so we're gonna loosen it and it's gonna pop out. So when it does, you want to make sure you've got something right underneath it to catch it. And I think on this car it's going to be about 4-ish quarts. So you want to make sure your container's at least, I don't know, 4 plus. So this is a 6-quart one. So hopefully you don't get too much of a mess here. But let me see if I can show you guys how this works. So I'm holding it in right now to try to catch the oil. Right there, and ideally you get your plug out before it gets covered in oil. The oil is almost completely out. Now we're going to remove oil filter right here, so I'm pulling my tray closer to me because oil will leak out of this too, so ideally we catch that. These things should be finger tight, but a lot of times they're cranked on pretty hard. So if they are, using some channel locks, which I might be doing right now. Okay, so I just wrapped some channel locks around this guy. Was able to get it to break free. So I'm gonna start unscrewing this the rest of the way. Oil will come out just like that. So try to catch it. And it's gonna keep coming out as you unscrew it. Why we have cardboard right underneath us right now. But yeah, no way you do this, you will get dirty doing it. So, and also once this thing comes down, there's gonna be a lot of oil inside because it's pointing downwards right now. So I'll show you guys what that means. So I'm holding it up like this, and then when you pour it, you see how it comes out. So be really careful when you take it out to make sure you're at least aiming for your bucket. So I have a new oil filter right here. And so what I like to do is add some oil to this outer O-ring gasket. So if you take some oil from the one that just came out, and be careful if you do this with your bare fingers, because I've cut my finger on that stuff before. But basically on the new one, you just want to get a little bit of oil around it so that this O-ring doesn't snag as you're threading it down. It doesn't need to be perfect either, but just ideally you get something on it. My hands are all greasy, so a nice little coat of oil in there. And then the other thing you do is if you see how it just clicked, that's how I know my threads are on, so you're not cross threading. So go backwards initially. And now we're going to rotate this guy. And I'm gonna get a rag to dry this up. Okay, and with a basic rag here, I'm using it just to get better grip so I can tighten this a little bit more. And that's good, so I'm not gonna do any more than that, and just be good to yourself and clean this stuff so that you can tell where new oil leaks come from. Okay, so I'm about ready to start filling up the oil and the top of the engine. Car's still up here. You do not want to start the engine right now because that's really bad because there's no oil in it. But just note that we filled up about half of that, and that's 6 quarts, so call that 3 quarts were used. And this comes with 5 quarts, so we're at 5 right now. So when we get down to about here is when we're going to know that we need to stop adding, probably maybe around 2.5. And I'm going to check the dipstick to see where we're at, but just so you have some kind of indicator not to overfill, because that's also bad. I'm going to cap it. I'm going to start the car, and I'm going to drive off of the ramps so that we get it onto more level ground. And then I'm going to start checking with the rag, the dipstick, to make sure we get it to the appropriate full mark. Alright, so now we've got the car on level ground, and I also gave it a minute for the oil to go into our new oil filter down there. I'm going to start actually reading what is on this dipstick, so I'm just going to pull this guy out.